Ready? Okay, let's talk about one other thing before we show you the demonstration. There's basically two grips. Hammer grip, or they call it the forward grip, or the ice pick grip, or the reverse grip. And I always hear everybody say to you, you know, what technique do you want to train with? What technique do you want to train against? Well, there's only two real grips. So when you're training, you should be using both grips. There are some variances between the grips where you put your fingers that will change how you use the knife, but those are the two basic grips, the hammer grip or the reverse grip. Plus, if Eddie and I are out in the street and we're fighting and the knife becomes dislodged and I pick it up with the forward grip, but I only train with the reverse grip, what am I going to do, switch hands? Wait, stop the attack and let me switch hands. That's not going to happen. You're going to drop the knife. So you're better off training with both techniques so there isn't a problem. First, we're going to show you how you deal with what it looks like when an inexperienced person is going to come. He is going to take the weapon out. He is going to lunge at me. First thing I am going to do, the first thing you should be doing, is getting out of the way. Because if I don't get out of the way, this is what happens. I get stabbed. I was recently training with an Aikido instructor that outranks me, and we were training, and the first thing he did was he stood right here. He didn't move. Here at Hariki Aikido, we move. The first thing you want to do is move. Where do I want to move? I want to move outside his shoulders. Why? Because if I stay within his shoulders, even if I'm able to stop the knife, if I'm still within his shoulders, I've got to worry about that hand. So I want to realistically end up outside his shoulders so that I don't have to worry about that hand. Plus, the other thing that it does do is it will take him off balance. If his head is no longer supported directly under his feet, he's very easy to defeat. He's off balance. So Ed's going to come in with a typical lunge. I'm going to get out of the way. Now, a lot of times you'll see this. People are going to grab the arm. Only if you're Steven Seagal does that work, okay? If you notice what I did is I got out of the way and I deflected the arm. And then I go in for the hook. O-Sensei would constantly hold people without holding them. So this is a hold. I'm holding him. I'm going to take him back, maybe strike him in the back of the head, and then just throw. Okay? But the main thing you want to do, whether you're dealing with the experienced or the inexperienced, is get out of the shoulders. Get out of the way. The other thing is, if you notice, if I think I'm going to get stabbed, I'm offering up my forearm. We're going to talk about how the body deals with trauma in a few seconds. If you're going to get cut, and there's a good chance that you will, you're always going to want to offer your forearm because there's no arteries in here. Okay? If now he's going to come at me as an experienced knife fighter. He's going to cut my hands. He's going to go after the target that's closest to his body first. An inexperienced fighter is going to try to lunge and go after the torso first. The experienced fighter is going to cut whatever's in front of him, pull my body parts into his center. He's going to fight from his center. He's going to be balanced, and he's going to overwhelm me. And if I try to get out of the way, it really becomes a matter of quickness and skill. He's going to track me. Okay? So this is what it's going to look like. Okay? If you're using the reverse grip, he's going to have his hands up. I'm going to attack you now. He's going to come in. I'm going to come in. I'm going to slice him. Slice under the arm. I'm controlling his arm. I'm slicing. I'm trying to slice the neck and the airway. Then I'm going to try to come in and go into his neck. And I'll show you why in a few seconds. So if you notice, he's coming in with a punch, or I'm getting him out of the way. I'm cutting him. I'm controlling him. I'm stabbing. I'm controlling him. And then I'm going to throw him down. So you have to be careful when you're coming up against the experienced knife fighter. That's why whether you're coming up against the inexperienced or the experienced knife fighter, the time to deal with it is when he's going for the weapon. Because now I can stop it. I can counterattack him. He's going to get weapon lock, where all he's thinking about is trying to get that weapon deployed. I'm literally pinning the weapon against him. I can strike him, come in, and throw him to the ground. Stop taking.